Well, good to be with you once again on this Monday. This week we conclude our midweek Lenten study of the book O Me of Little Faith by Jason Boyett. And I want to take a moment and thank all of you who have participated in this ongoing dialogue and who have joined us on YouTube on Wednesdays for midweek Lenten worship. And I want to kind of help conclude this book study with one key point that Jason Boyett makes in the book. And that key point comes in chapter 7 on page 151 of the book. And he talks about Simon Peter in Luke 5. As many of us know, in Luke 5, it begins with Simon Peter and James and John fishing all night long, an unsuccessful night of fishing. And exhausted and dejected, they come into shore from that night of fishing, and Jesus asks to use their boat to teach. He gets in the boat and he begins to teach all the people, and when he concludes that teaching, he asks them to take a step of faith and cast the net once more on the other side of the boat. And you can imagine how they felt. They had been out all night fishing. They hadn't caught a thing. So with doubt and reluctance, they do cast the net into the sea again. And then we know what happens. They pull in a huge amount of fish. So many fish that the net began to buckle and break. And they were all amazed. But it's what Simon Peter then said to Jesus that we want to talk about, we want to highlight. He pulls in the net and he's amazed at the miracle that he's seeing. But what does he say? He says, "Go away from me, Lord, for I am a sinful man." Go away from me, Lord, for I am a sinful man. He was able to own his mistrust. He was able to own his doubt. He was able to own his flaws. And then what Jesus said to Simon Peter after his statement of humility, he says, "Do not be afraid. From now on, you will fish for people." He didn't condemn Simon Peter for his doubt or his lack of trust. He said, "Do not be afraid. From now on, you will fish for people." And I think what he was really saying to Simon Peter, and even to you and I today, is I can use you and your doubt. You don't have to fear the doubt that you have. You don't have to feel guilty or ashamed about it, because I can still use you. And I think that message ought to give us hope. And it ought to give us the ability to own all the doubts that we may have, believing that indeed God can still use us and our doubt to further the kingdom of God. And so again, I hope you find hope in that. I hope that you find the ability to be okay with all of your flaws, all of your doubts, because God can and will use you in the same way that he used Simon Peter. So let us take that message with us. Let us have faith even as we have doubt that God will indeed tell us to do not be afraid. Have a good week.